But anyway, so we did the Stan Lee Comikaze. Stan Lee looks like he's about to off himself or
really?
pass out every second of every moment that he's there. And it makes me wonder, like, is it one of those things where it's like, I got to keep going, otherwise I'll drop dead? I mean, I know it's Stan Lee's Comikaze. I know it's like his name's on it and everything, but he does a lot of cons.
See, why can't they just put him like in one of those like Pope mobiles and just like drive him around the con? Just drive him through once, do like around, like go around the floor, and then go out the back, and then that's it. He doesn't have to be up there, propped up there all weekend long, does he?
Are you saying he's unhappy because he's interacting with people, or it's just he's that old now?
I think he's just tired, man.
Yeah.
He looks so tired. Mike and Ming they moderated a panel with a couple guys. I can't remember their names, but they were names. It was Ramita Jr.
Oh wow,
John Romita Jr., yeah.
Big names,
and then two other guys and Stan Lee.
Oh, Stan Lee was on the panel. Well, okay, so you're right there. You know, that's got to be nerve-wracking.
For those two?
Yeah, because that's a legend right there.
Because Stan Lee came out, he said hello, he waved to the crowd, and he turned right around and walked off the stage again.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that was it. He was just there to say, hey, Stan Lee, I'm here. And, I didn't... It was weird the way they had it set up. Usually with panels, there are chairs you can sit in, but the way they had their panel set up was that everybody was standing. And I didn't want to stand in the crowd, so I asked if I could sit, backstage. So when I went through the curtains, Stan was sitting back behind stage in this little area, I guess, waiting to go on. And his handler approached me like I was a fox about to piss on his azalea bush. And I was just like, I'm not here to say hello to Stan. I was like, I'm going over there just to sit down. And the panels were very short. They were only 25 minutes.
Oh, that is short. Maybe that's for the best, though. Zippy.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for the best. I got to moderate DMC's panel.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It was actually very fun. And Walt, he can answer questions, and that is one dude who's enthusiastic and full of energy.
What is he... Is he launching a comic book series?
Yes.
Oh,
Daryl makes comics. So he's it came out, right?
Yes, it's
out.
Yeah, we have him here at the stash.
Yeah, and
Mike is standing by right now.
Yeah. Mike won't go home. Mike hasn't been home in 4 days, just in case somebody wants to come in.
Or call.
And we should just give Mike's cell number, so in case people are going to be will you have any tomorrow? I told people, I said, I'm not exactly sure why they asked the one guy who knows nothing about comics to moderate this panel, but it doesn't matter because he really does know a lot of shit.
Okay, cool.
He legitimately knows a lot of stuff.
Is it a line? Is it a comic company or just a comic, an actual monthly?
I believe it's. It looks like the first initial release is a graphic novel.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's following that up.
I think it said quarterly.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like probably 4 graphic novels. It looks almost like a very thick prestige format kind of books.
Do you...
and he's not getting schmucks either. I mean, he has good artists.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a name, so,
Sure.
he's an icon in some neck of the woods. Have you reading any comics, Walter, or no?
Couple.
What do you like at the moment? You don't want to talk about it.
He waved you off,
dragged his thumb across his throat, rolled his eyes, and stuck his tongue out. No recommendations for anybody.
None.
No. Okay. Well, there you go. If you want recommendations, go to the Secret Stashly videos.
Our official recommendation is DMC.
Okay, there you go.
Daryl makes
Yeah,
comics.
I'll stay with that one.
Yeah. All right. That wasn't so hard.
But so we get to LA and we stay in a place that we get there. Now, I really was waiting for 2 girls at the end of the hallway to say, "Come and play with us, Brian."
Right.
It was a spooky, weird hotel, but they call them boutique hotels. Mm-hmm. You know, like they're very old buildings that they charge more now because they tell you it's fancy. Now, as small as this room was, that I had to upgrade myself. Like I would have fucking went nuts in the room. It was so little. It was literally I can't remember who I told, but the only thing that was missing was like Brooks was here, like fucking scratched into the fucking ceiling. What the fuck is it? Header beam or whatever. But what was smaller than the room was the parking lot. There's no room in the parking lot at all. So we pull in, and it's me and Ming, Mike, and Rob Bruce. And I guess there's a Lakers game because it's right next to the Staples Center. And there's a lady standing in front of a spot. It's probably the only spot, maybe one of two, that are in this parking lot. And Ming is going to try to pull in, but the lady's like, no, I'm holding this for my friend. Now, she's a Lakers jersey on. It's pretty fucking obvious she's going to the Lakers game.
Right.
Mike starts fucking going, excuse me, like not even rolling down the window, but like shouting, like, excuse me, man, are you a guest of this hotel? Are you a guest of this hotel? Like trying to, I guess, get her to fucking move out of the way.
Wow.
Like, you know, like back down. Like, no, I'm not a guest of the hotel. And God forbid, you know, the parking lot police should be called on me. And so he's yelling and Ming is trying to back up. And in all the chaos, he hits another car. And puts a fucking big dent in the corner, like bumper of the car that he rented. Now, when I rent a car, and I don't rent cars that often, but when I do rent a car, I never get the extra insurance. I never do anything like that.
Right.
Ming says he always does, which is probably good because of the time he tore the fucking whole side off a van.
Yeah, that was the impetus for never not getting the full coverage.
Right. Now, when we got out, because it didn't feel like that. When I saw the lady's face, I knew there was damage.
Now, is she happy? Is she like, look at you, dickheads?
Her face was one of like, ooh, like holy shit, like you just hit that car. But I don't think it processed into, now you're going to shut the fuck up because me and my friend are parking here whether we're fucking guests of the hotel or not. But it felt like a tap when we got out. I was like, holy shit. I couldn't. The other car was fine. I couldn't believe the damage that thing was able to do with such a light little fucking tap to the bumper of the car. It was awesome. And, but he didn't care, you know, since he has the coverage and all that shit. But that was, you know, that's how it started off.
So, I mean, if you buy that coverage, then you're totally off the hook for no matter what happens. So why don't you just drive like a lunatic and do everything you always wanted to do? As long as you have
probably up to a certain amount, right?
You might be able to. Well, yeah, maybe
you just light the car on fire, right? And be like,
yeah.
Oh well, I got the $14 a day insurance.
Or like, what's his name? Like, I think the first Jackass, they rented that car and demolished it, like spray painted the sides and used it to do jumps and all kinds of shit. It is a very small amount though. Like relative, like I remember, I mean, there's no way it's more than $20 a day. $20 a day, yes, and you can total our car. It seems weird. It does seem strange.
And you face no repercussions?
I guess not. Like, because I asked him, I said, is there a deductible? Like, do you have to pay, like, did you get this insurance and then you have to pay the deductible? And he said no. So, I don't know. I guess he's off the hook for it.
Well,
you know?
Smart man, no.
Oh my God! I mean, money was never better spent.
Why are you guys still letting him drive? That's one thing. I mean, that's a reflection on your fucking poor choices that you continue to let this fucking idiot drive, and he constantly fucking wrecks cars, almost gets into accidents, and yet you guys
almost
still
rear ends people. Yeah, he almost killed us twice on the way to Canada.
I mean, you're right. It's the ultimate in laziness of like, oh, I fucking rather let him drive. You know, just even though I may not make it in one piece to where I'm going.
But he just takes care of everything, you know. Like he like
what
he told
mean?
me. He told
renting
me
the car.
He told me he rented the car already. Yeah.
Oh, so only he's allowed to drive it if he rents it? You mean?
I guess he could put like our name on it, of anybody who has a valid
right, that makes
license,
sense.
you know.
If he's not legally allowed to let you drive, he's not breaking that law, so he's not going to break that rule.
Plus, I mean, I think he would like to think of himself as a competent driver, even though no one else does.
I would think at this point, no rental car rental place should be renting cars to him.
Yeah, like he's blacklisted, and he should be finished in the world of renting cars. And the one thing I didn't like about this con either was they don't bring you in the night before. So, I had to leave my house at like 4:30 in the morning or 4:45 in the morning. You get on a plane, you get there, you check in, you go right to the con. I guess so they save a day on travel, and I guess a lot of people are coming from LA anyway or whatever, but that kind of sucked. That was tiring. Went to see King Diamond, which was very, it was a much different experience than we had. Like, Walt and I went, would you say that was like 2000?
It was like 2000, 2000.
Somewhere around there. It was quite a while ago, and Walt and I went, and it was in like a shit club. And it was kind of corny, like, singing Abigail. At a certain point, he brings out like a baby doll that you can get at, Toys R Us, and blood is coming out of the eyes.
Okay.
Or whatever. It was
Theatrics?
It was theatrical, but like goofy, But this time around, I was surprised at like, it wasn't like, a Broadway show or anything, but I was surprised at the level of production value compared to back then, especially when the guy has not fucking put out an album in 7 or 8 years.
Well, you guys, what you said it was 2000?
Yeah.
Plus, was this at a place that had a stage, and I imagine he's limited to when he's playing that little shithole we saw him at. I mean, no pyrotechnics, I'm sure.
You can hardly move. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way he was able to unleash
hell.
Right.
Good, nice choice of words.
Yeah, but I mean, he had
metal.
He had like pentagrams lit up. He had the upside down cross behind him. He said he had food poisoning, which is why
checking Ming's tweets.
I know. He was like, I got a piece of egg caught in my gullet. I just read something so vile, disgusting. A lot of comic book men watchers at the Diamond Show. Yeah, a lot of people.